Good day, and it's good to see you again. We're on day 6 of our Father's Day challenge. And what we're doing is trying to get 500 people to share these messages and 500 people to comment. Now, it's proof that this type of content is needed and it is helpful. If you have not taken the time to go back and review days 1 through 5, you should, and share it with someone who you think it might benefit. And here's day 6 of our As You Heal devotional. If you want to get a copy of this, just tag us and we will make sure that you have the information for that. Remember, higher wins. This is out of Isaiah 55, verses 8 and 9. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts. There is always a higher perspective and higher plan. God is on another level. And what does that mean for your healing? Healing is in the higher place, and higher always wins. Seek a higher way and seek higher thoughts. You and God think differently, and that's not a bad thing. This is meant to be an advantage for you and me. These differences can give hope when you're hopeless and strength when you're weak. Remember, higher is better. Reject lower thoughts, lower results, and lower living. Accept the fact that there is a higher way to think about situations and a higher way to manage situations. So stop trying to fit God into your ways and your thoughts. My advice is go higher. That's where the healing is. It's interesting because some of us find ourselves in a low place and we're trying to figure out the solution. Believe it or not, you actually can just decide to go to the higher place and think higher thoughts and say things that make you feel higher, feel promoted, feel loved, and feel encouraged. But it's in the higher place, right? It is so easy for us to find our comfort in the low place, but there is a higher place. Right now I'm sitting in my child's room. It's a higher place. It's a sacred place. I'm looking at all of the evidence of new life and of innocence. That's a higher thought. I'm looking at all the potential that I get the privilege to play a role in. That's a higher thought. And sometimes when we're talking to brothers and we're thinking about our families, sometimes higher is just changing your location. I could be sitting in my office, right? I could be sitting at the desk. I could be sitting at a place of great demand and responsibility and loudness and distractions. But that might leave me in a lower place. So I came to a place that made me automatically think about the privilege I have to be alive and some of the opportunities that I have in my life. That for me, that happens to be my child's room. For you, it may be another place. It could be walking through the park. It could be driving to a hill that allows you to look out over the land and think about how crazy it is that you get to spend a day, that you get to go up to a place and look out and dream. But remember, higher is better. Let me also sort of conclude my thoughts by saying this. There are different thoughts. There are different ways. The way that you're thinking is not the only way to think about your situation, right? The way that you envision results is not the only way that those results can occur. And this is why I love the idea that God's ways and God's thoughts are different. Because truthfully, sometimes I get into this one place and I get into this one way of thinking and I get into this one sort of series of results and it disrupts my day. But to know that there is a higher thought that God has, that there's a higher way and a different way that gives me comfort, because ultimately that means that there is something, there's a possibility, there's some healing and there's some hope. There's better available. And if it's available and it happens to be in the hands and the heart and the power and authority of someone higher than me, then I can see a way through. I appreciate you guys. Listen, share this again. Tag somebody. Do something. Help somebody by giving them an encouraging word. This is day 6. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me in my daughter's room. All right, now. I'll talk to you guys soon.